Okay, for question number 13, we have a function right here. What is the x-intercept? Now, my primary concern for something like this would be for students who are simply trying to memorize without knowing something very basic. Now, and for those who are just trying to memorize what to do, my word of advice is that this is something sort of easy. And if you think that memorizing it's better for you, I would say you just made something that it's pretty easy, but then you made it super hard for yourself. Okay, that's not really something you want to consider. Now, for x-intercept, one thing that we know already, it's that for x-intercept, we don't know the x value. We try to find it, but we know for sure that that y is equal to 0. Okay, y is equal to 0. And well, where's the y value? Well, this is the y value. Okay, the entire left-hand side f of x is the y value. So when we try to find out the x value, we simply put the 0 into the y. Okay, so that's the difference. And I would hope that nobody, okay, would knowingly commit this mistake. Okay, to put the 0 in the wrong place. That's just not really acceptable anymore because you are better than this. Okay, so just go ahead and find out the x value. Okay, find out the x value, and then multiply 2 on both sides. Okay, again, in this case, we will get rid of the 1/2 before we get rid of the cube. Okay, so then we have the cube root of 4 is equal to x minus 1. So x is equal to cube root of 4 plus 1. Okay, so so that is our answer. Okay, that is our answer. Yeah, that would be our answer. Okay. Is there a way that you can tell? It's a way. Actually, there's a way you can tell how to spot the right answer. If you actually can imagine the graph, okay, the graph meaning that you have to move to the right 1 unit and down 2 units. So right 1, down 2. So that's the graph. And since it's not being reflected, so so it's going to be something like this, right? It's going to be something like this. Now, if you're acknowledging that it would be something like this, so you would know that the x-intercept would have to be at least 2 point something. Okay, now this is also you can use this as a little SAT training skill, is to know the graph. Now, it didn't ask you to draw a graph, but you should think about drawing this graph. And then you realize that, oh, it's gonna be 2 point something. It has to be 2 point something. So you can pretty much read out the negative option. Okay, it cannot be -5/2. It cannot be 1 minus cube root of 4. Now I don't know what exactly cube root of 4 is, but I know cube root of 4 would have to be something bigger than 1. So 1 minus something bigger than 1 would result in a negative value. So those two cannot be the choice. So 5/2 is pretty tempting, but it's not. Okay, so it's 1 plus cube roots of 4, comma 0. Okay, so you put 0 into the y to find out the x-intercept. Do not memorize. Okay, just something that should make common sense. Good.